Right, good morning folks. Well, it's a little bit sooner than I expected it to be. I wasn't really going to go fishing this soon, but it was only 2 weeks since we went to Hawkhurst with Keith, who's with me today.
Morning.
Driving away. Oh, you got pleasantries this time. Last time you got a load of swearing and abuse towards me. Right. So yes, we're off to the famous Marsh Farm. No, you're right, Keith. No one there.
Okay, no way.
So we're off to the famous Marsh Farm. We'll talk a little bit more when we get there, but mega excited. Marsh Farm is famous for its Crucian carp. Now we won't be fishing the lake that holds the record, but we will be fishing lakes, not sure yet, so I think there's a match on one of them.
Harris Lake. Harris Lake we're going to finish here.
Harris Lake?
Yeah, Harris Lake.
And they hold 4 pound pluses, so that's kind of our target fish really, but anything over £2.7 for me will be a PB. For Keith, not too sure.
Yeah,
£2 plus.
I'm not sure either.
About £2 plus. So, you know, we're due a red letter day. Let's just say that, because me and Keith have had some good days fishing, but we never had a red letter day.
It's going to be a red hot day. 29 degrees.
29 degrees. I think he's brought his body. I brought mine just to keep the shade off us. Heat of the day is going to be shit. We won't be fishing.
It's 25 degrees now.
Well, there you go. 25 degrees. So
half 6 in the morning.
So we won't be fishing probably midday. Me personally, I'm probably gonna have a sleep because I'm absolutely knackered from work. Work's mullered me out. But anyway, we'll talk a little bit more about tactics and tackle and stuff when we get there. Mega excited. It's a really nice place, and I'll talk to you a little bit more about the fishery when we get there as well. So we're just trying to find our way on the sat nav now. So I'll speak to you when we're on the bank. Hello. So finally fishing. Set up in my swim, and yeah, I've just had my first fish and I'm in again. Oh, this is bigger. Oh, this is bigger, Keith. Oh, it's Crucian. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. First Crucian for the camera on a worm. So Keith, I got a Crucian. It's a good one and all. Oh! So yeah, I've had my first fish. Oh.
Yeah, decent.
Yeah, it's not bad, mate.
It's a nice one.
I've got a nice Crucian on my second cast. Let me show you it. Look at that. I'm not even given an introduction yet. Yes, Weller in the background. I'm not even given an introduction yet. I mean, he's probably, what, 6 ounces, 8 ounces, Keith?
Yeah, a bit bigger than that, maybe.
A little bit bigger than that, you say? Keith, I'm blocking you out. Come to the other side. That's it.
I'm not trying to kid.
So yeah, it's my first Crucian from here. We're at Marsh Farm, if you haven't already guessed. I've not even done a proper introduction yet.
Was that on worm?
Yeah, it was on a tiny little Dendrobina worm, size 16 hook. Really made up with that one, actually. I've put a lot of pellet in to start with while we're setting up. I just didn't expect it to come this quick, to be honest. I'm hoping to get a few more of these fish.
No.
Of these stamp. I'm actually beating Weller again. I am a noddy who fishes in a noddy style, which I'll show you in a minute. Him using pole fishing tactics, and I've beat him to a Crucian already. But no, it's just still early yet, so won't take very long for me and Weller. It's good, isn't it, Keith? Oh. Yes, bar of gold. Yeah, it's one of my favourite fish, Crucian. I'll talk a little bit more in depth about it later as to why I love them so much, but what we'll do is we'll get the hook out of this little one, and we'll get it back, and we'll finish off chatting in a moment. So let's get it back. Get the hook out. It's only just hooked. As you can tell, I'm happy. There we go. So hook's out. Sorry. Just looking for the hook. Right, let's get this fish back now, and then we'll just have a little brief chat, and I'll carry on fishing. Lovely. Right, sorry about that. Let's take my hat off for a moment. So basically, yes, let's move the camera down a little. We're at Marsh Farm, and this is Harris Lake. I think Harris, isn't it, Keith? Right, we're on Harris Lake, and like I say, I didn't do a proper introduction, but it's really nice. I had a tiny little rudd that dropped off. I've not been fishing more than 3 or 4 minutes. This place is known for its Crucian. I'm not going to talk about the dynamics of of Marsh Farm. This is my first trip. It's not like Hawkhurst a few weeks ago where I knew the place, but I know what's in here. It's full of Crucians. There's very few king carp in here, be it commons and mirrors. Loads of tench. This is right up my alley, this water. Me and Keith have wanted to fish this for so long. Why we haven't, I don't know, but we're here now and we're fishing. So Keith's fishing a pole. We're going to have a little chat with him later. Just see him a minute ago. He's fishing a pole. He's using very delicate tactics. He's an ex-matchman, so he is a lot more qualified in this style of fishing than I am. I like to consider myself as a specimen angler, but as well as a predator angler, but I'm a bit of a noddy. I will hold my hands up. I'm not the greatest float fisherman in the world. To me, this is the kind of fishing that I enjoy, so I don't take it too seriously. But when you have stamps of fish like that, it's fantastic. Now, I've got the fish feeding, as I said, on pellet, and what pellet I put in was actually the sausage sizzle sausage from Sonia Bait, 4mm micro pellets. Absolutely love that flavour of bait. I'll take you for a little wander around the tackle shop later, and we'll have a little look at some of the lakes, and I'll, you know, that tackle shop is really well stocked. I just spent 65 quid in there on bits and pieces, but buying that one, I had such a range that I could choose from. So let me show you the pellet. So it's just a little micro pellet, just there. Smells wonderful. It's almost, you could eat it. Sausage sizzle is beautiful. I can imagine it being a really good barbell bait if you're using the O-pellets. Now, a couple of weeks ago, you actually saw me using the O-pellets. So this is, the spicy sausage it's called. That's the O-pellets. These are 8mm. I also have 12mm. But these are for hair rigging, that kind of thing. I suppose I could put it on a lift method setup, that kind of thing. But I want to keep things small and simple, using small baits. Now, I've also got some, they don't do this in soft hookable, unfortunately, but they do crab and krill yum-yums, so I'm going to give those a go. They're 4mm. It's not the type of fishing I normally do, using soft hooker pellets on a hook. In my life, I've only ever done it once before. So yeah, we'll give that a go and see if we can catch any, but I'm going to stick to the worms at the moment. I'm going old school. So I've got pellet as loose feed. I put a few grains of sweet corn in, and a handful of standard hemp. You know, there's all different flavours and chilies and garlics and snails and all that in mixing with hemp and that. I'm old school. I like to use traditional stuff, so that's what I used. So I've obviously got the fish feeding down now. Hopefully we can get a few more like that. If I get some decent ones, I want to get some nice photos as well, and I'll stick them on the blog. But like I say, we've been at the fishery for 2 hours or so, and I was walking around the tackle shop. I've gone to loo, I bought some food. I've only literally just started fishing 2 hours later. We're here till 9 o'clock at night, so we're here for a good 12 hours roughly, 10-12 hours. If I catch fish like that all day, I'll be very happy. But as you heard Keith whine and whinge, I beat him to it. So that is 1-0 on my boat. So what we'll do, get fishing for a little while, see what I can do, see if I can catch any more. Maybe get a few pictures if I get any over a pound, pound and a half. There's 4 pounders in here. There's some good tench in here. Even some good rudd and good perch in here as well. So it'd be nice. 4 of my favourite fish, you know. So it'd be really good. Hopefully we can catch something. So I'm going to leave you to it for now, and hopefully we'll come back with some more fish and some more update. Oh, so trying something new at the moment. Oh, what's that? So it's a giant dragonfly or something. There's those little mayflies and stuff out at the moment, so yeah, I'm trying something a little bit new. I'm actually filming the float and my rod tip at the moment. I'm fishing in a little shaded area just to the right of me. I've not had no more Crucian since the last one about an hour and a half, hour ago. I have had some more rudd, and I've had a nice perch. But like I say, I'm trying something new by actually using this is my new camera, and I'm using a twin lens. It's a twin lens camera, and what it does is it can film you as well as filming in front, so behind and in front at the same time. Now, I know you can do this in editing software. It's something that's it's quite easy to done in those little packages you can get and stuff, the Sony ones or whatever brands you can get. But this has actually got it built in. It's a built-in function on the actual camera, so just trying it, see how it'll come out at the moment. But yeah, no more fish to report. Like I said, just had a couple of perch. I'm using worm. I haven't really used a different type of bait as such. I have used pellet and I have used corn, but I literally took it off after a couple of minutes because worm seems to be the one I'm getting the most bites on. I could have used maggot, but maggot, I didn't bring any with me and I could have bought some, but I just think you'll get plagued by small fish. Hopefully, you know, with this bigger worm, I've got a size 14 hook on. I've actually changed my float for the 3rd time. So let's just show you a little bit more around the lake. Let's just zoom out. There we go. So this is my swim. So as you can see just there. The background of what's in the picture you can see of me at the moment. So let's just move this camera forward. There we go. So yeah, the background you can see of me, I've actually got my brolly up. It's a camouflage brolly, a cheap old NXG one or whatever it's called. NXT, I don't know. But this is my swim. It's quite a nice little swim. Jack. Keith has actually moved. He's gone to the right of me. He was the left of me and now he's gone to the right of me to see if he can pull himself a fish from now. But he's just spoken to a bloke and the bloke said you're better off fishing the other side of your mate, meaning me, where he originally was, because apparently where he's gone into is quite shallow, really shallow, like a foot deep or whatever. And in this weather it's really, the sun's come out because when we first got here it was really overcast, it looked like it was going to rain, it was quite humid, muggy, it was really strange sort of weather. But no, it's an absolutely beautiful place, Marsh Farm, I will say. Somewhere I'd like to come back again. I wouldn't say it was ideal conditions. Like I say, it's really muggy and that, and overcast would have been better, like when I had the fish. But the sun's come out and it's so hot. Yesterday was 34 degrees in London. Some places up to 36. Today I'm hesitant to guess. I was told 29, but I don't know what it is down here because we're in Surrey at the moment. Let's just zoom back in on the float so I can watch this as well as watching you. There we go. So I'm just trying out this little function just to see if I have anything. Trying to see if I can get any just trying the camera out really more than anything. Little functions that I've never used before. There's little insects flying around, little mayflies I think they are, or whatever they are. Trying to catch one of those, but there was a really big dragonfly I think a minute ago. But like I say, nothing to report, so until I get something I'll come back to you. But it's just those small perch. Just hoping a tench or a crucian moves into the swim. And like I say, I'm feeding pellet at the moment, so I'm feeding what have I got down here? So yeah, sausage, pellet, hemp seed and worms. Okay, so I'm just on my way round to Keith. He's actually moved swims for the 15th time today. I think about 4 times, but he's on the other side of the lake to me. I've had a little snooze and missed a bite, but Keith's had a half decent one, so we come round to have a look. And it's about the same size as mine. So there we go. The Crucian has been caught. That's it, turn the other way, you wally. That's it. Do you want a photo of it, Keith?
No, it's alright.
No? Tiddler for you. Nice fish though. It looks like a match has just started on the other side. So Keith's just going to put this one back. Would you have it on, Keith?
There's on the feeder, that one, and fishing soft pellet in the feeder and a little one of the ringers, wafters.
What sort of feeder was it? Is it an open end feeder? Is it a...
It wasn't a method feeder, it's one of them
pellet feeders?
Guru ones, like a pellet feeder.
Yeah, the half cap pellet feeders. Yeah. Right, okay. What'd you do? Did you let it settle on the bottom and then just sort of tug it and let the...
No, I just left it there. I clipped up, so I'm fishing within a foot of the island.
Right.
And there's some lily pads out there.
And you're on the feeder rod?
Fishing the feeder rod, yeah. Didn't have no jaw on the pole, close in.
Or a quiver tip rod. Made to be a feeder rod.
It's a lovely bite.
Yeah, I bet, the way they pull it round. I mean, the one good thing about what Keith's doing at the moment is actually casting to an island.
I think I learnt my lesson a little bit. What I was trying to do was be too eager. I was sort of fishing the pole and feeding and...
Is that because I had one early doors?
Yeah,
and
I think perhaps, and then not getting a bite and then moving and then not getting a bite, and then thinking, oh, am I in the right spot? Have I got the right bit on? And I think with this lake, compared to the other lake, there's more fish in the other one. So this one there's better stamp of fish, but not so many.
Right.
So really it's better to see it and wait. And I thought with the sun shining the way it is and everything, cast to the island, there's a patch of lilies over there. There's a bit of shade by sort of from the bushes and that. And
that's that little patch of lilies in front of us, you can see. I'll zoom in on it.
So
there you go, you can see the lilies now.
I've been out there about 20 minutes.
Right, 20 minutes?
Yeah, so you're just sort of sitting there and just waiting, and whereas fishing the pole, I was sort of every 5 minutes, I've not got a bite, I was changing the bait, or I was moving it a couple of inches or whatever. And
so basically you needed to fidget to be able to settle.
Yeah.
To settle yourself down, because you was fidgeting. To be fair, right, the way I think about it is the Crucians all over the lake, right? It's a really, really hot day, as you can see. He's proper sweating. I'm sweating as well. It's really, really hot. There's forecast thunderstorms and stuff later on, but we're waiting for it to cool down. I reckon the fish will come on the feed a little bit more later on. Maybe me getting that fish early doors was a little bit of luck. Land on its head, whatever. I reckon they're fully now.
Drop back.
Oh, another bite. Let's come around the other side. Yeah?
No.
Oh, he's just missed one on a drop back bite. I mean, it's a good shout what he's done. Throwing the feeder out and...
Twig fish.
You've got twig fish. But throwing a little... Oh, that's the feeder, yeah? That's coming on that.
Feeder, yeah.
Right. Okay. So you just leave that hook bait loose? Or
no, so what I've been doing...
You pull it into it?
Yeah, I've not used them before. I normally fish the methods, the little flat
methods, yeah I prefer them.
So with this one, I think you have to just get some bait in it,
bury it, and
then I'll do it ever so slightly close to it, and then get a tiny bit and pinch that in there like that. So then it's sitting.
Is it ground bait or is it like?
It's like a
scalded pellet.
Scalded pellet. Yeah.
Right.
Well, it's not scalded. It was like just overnight cold water.
Damp. I mean, to be fair, even if you
there like that, then, and hopefully, what I think happens is that as that settles down, that just breaks down, it sort of sits next to it.
You get it really tight, and also it's quite a delicate setup. It's a delicate little, because you know people know Crucian carp, they're delicate little biters and that. So one good thing what Keith has got, other than what he's doing at the moment, right against the island, good cast. He's actually got some lily pads in front of him as well. I've just noticed.
Yeah, they're just.
And he's got a tree to his right.
I've been feeding that down to the left. But and I started there, but didn't get any bite. Well, I did, I had a rod.
Well, it might be worth going on the pole later on now, if the feeder dries up.
I thought that, if I fish the feeder while it's hot, until about 6 o'clock maybe.
Yeah.
But keep feeding by the lilies.
Yeah.
I feel better now.
Well, it's settled you down a little bit. It's a hot day, mate. We're up against it a little bit. We've had a Crucian each now, so you can't really complain. That heat's really... I mean,
I was going to go to the toilet and have a wash and put some more sun cream on.
I just don't think that's going to matter.
I'm a little bit worried about going home looking like a traffic light.
Mate, to be fair, it's not going to matter. You know, you go and wash yourself now, you're going to be like that in an hour's time. It's that hot.
I've dipped my hat in the lake as well.
You dip your hat in the lake? Why don't you just stick the brolly up like I've done? Well, anyway, folks, you can see he's got the feeder out. I was going to bring the feeder myself. Here he goes. What a plum. If he's not jumping in the lake, he's sticking his hat in the lake. I suppose that's a good idea.
Mate, you want to try? I've got a spare. Where you at in there, mate?
I'm dying for a wee.
Oh, that's lovely.
Right, so, till we get another fish. There we go. Hello, so, vlog time again. Vlog time again, whatever you want to call it. Now, it's, let's have a look at the time. Let's have a look at the time, see what time it is. The time's actually going really quick. It's 20 to 3, so it's going really quick. However, there is a however, we can stay here till about 9, half 9, which is really good. Most fisheries, they kick you off quite early. Now, you're looking around 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, maybe some to sort of as it gets dark, but you know, 9 o'clock is quite a nice time to fish. But the thing is, the heat of the day is really killing us off. Now, I just left Keith, half an hour ago after you see him with the fish. So I walked round to the swim. What he's doing is he's fishing the other side of the lake. Over there. I don't know if you can see it. Just pointing in general direction. But that's over that side of the lake is where he's fishing. So he's fishing opposite me. I've opted to stay where I am. Not just because I'm a lazy so-and-so. But because I'm getting bites, I'm had loads of numerous small perch, but that's all I am getting. I'm using worm. I'm thinking of changing the bait a little bit. I've had a few knocks on luncheon meat that I've not quite been able to get hold of the rod in time to hit. That's quite obviously, in my mind, Crucian carp, and I'm just not hitting it quick enough. I've changed so many different types of float scenarios, so I've gone on to the lift method now. That's kind of where I feel quite comfortable fishing for these fish in that kind of style. So as opposed to using a single waggler with having it locked off with shot, and then having bolt shot down, getting the bait right down to the bottom so the small fish don't attack it, and then just having it maybe an inch or two just sliding on the bottom, ready to be nabbed by a fish. That's kind of how I caught the Crucian earlier on. I caught it on a drop. But now I'm on the lift method, so I'm fishing hard on bottom, SSG with a 2BB float, and I'm probably about half a foot over depth, so I can just see that lift bite if it happens. I'm fishing the exact same swim. Like I say, I've not moved. I put loads of pellet in. I am getting loads of little bubbles come up, and I'm getting loads of little fish showing and things like that. So I'm hoping at some point, as it starts to get cooler, I mean, there's a lot more cloud starting to come. You probably notice just by me talking to you that the sun's sort of gone in a little bit now. It is so hot today. You know, it's lovely to be sitting out in it and that, but it's almost too hot, and it's too hot for fishing in my opinion. As a predator angler who likes to fish the winter months, as much as I love sitting, because I'm a fair weather fisherman as well, as some of my mates like to take the mick out of me, I don't like to fish in wind and rain and all that unless I really, really have to. I don't like getting muddy or dirty and things like that. I like to keep my fishing simple and keep it clean as much as I possibly can. But yeah, as much as I like fishing in this sort of weather, it's in nice weather, it's a bit of a pain in the backside in terms of the heat. It's obviously putting the fish off. But in saying that, we're fishing one of these big lakes. So you've got Richardson's and Harris. We're fishing one of the bigger lakes, like I mentioned earlier on. Behind me, you can't see it, but behind me there's a smaller pond. I think it's called what's it called? Well, anyway, there's a smaller pond behind me. Oh, I got a bite. Hang on. If you see me lifting to the rod, because I'm handheld camera at the moment, as you notice. So if I lift into the rod, I might have to put the camera down for a second. No, just a little knock, probably a little perch or something nudging the bait. Yeah, that pond behind me, as I was saying, the pond behind me, it's actually got bigger Crucians in it and bigger tench than I thought. You know, blokes had a 3.5 pound tench a minute ago, and the kids had a 2 pound Crucian already from there. So, you know, there's some nice, decent fish to be caught in even that little, I don't know if you'd call it a training pond, pleasure pond. You know, it's where, I think this place is funded by the National Lottery at one point, and they have an education department here and that as well. I'm not sure what that entails. It probably entails sort of educating school kids, underprivileged kids, disabled people, that kind of thing. You know, get them out fishing and teach them that fishing is a great sport. It's not just a barbaric sport as people... Oh, sorry guys. Yeah, it's not just a barbaric sport that some people think it is. But it's actually peaceful, it's nice. Us anglers, you know, as true anglers, we really like to look after our fish. Anyway, once again in the vlog, I'm actually rabbling on and talking a load of nonsense. Well, not so much nonsense, but just rambling on. So I'm hoping we're going to get into some fish as it starts to cool down, and then I'll hopefully have a fish in front of the camera for you at some point. But Marsh Farm, first thoughts of Marsh Farm, just before I leave you. This is not a conclusion. It's actually a really pretty place. It's a really nice place. I can see myself coming back here and hopefully putting a little bit more time in. I mean, I'm not saying coming back every week, but me and Keith will come back hopefully a couple of times a year, and hopefully we can... sorry, I keep changing hands. Yeah, a couple of times a year, and hopefully we can fish it and hopefully winkle out some prizes from here. You know, that fish I caught earlier on, which is about 10 ounces. Let's say it's 10 ounces, I didn't weigh it. If I was catching a fish of that stamp all day, I'd be happy. Keith said obviously we're on here for the bigger ones, which is very true. You know, it's very possible to get a PB for me and Keith on here today. But if I was catching fish of that stamp all day, because I love Crucian carp, it wouldn't bother me. You know, I'd be quite happy doing so. So anyway, if I get any more fish, I'll show you, possibly, if they're half decent, what I consider half decent. You know, don't catch a 3-pounder every chuck. But yeah, I'll report back and show you what we're doing. But yeah, like I say, I'm on the lift method at the moment, so with a worm on the bottom. Let's see if we can pick up maybe a bonus tench or something. So I've just heard shouts from Weller again from across the lake. Barry, I've got a big tench. Oh wow, it is big. So it could be a PB. Let's have a look. Is it a male? Female? Female. Oh, nice tench, isn't it? And there she goes.
Yeah, what do you reckon? I don't know if it's weigh him or not. I think it's probably about £4.
No, bigger than that, a little bit bigger.
Do you
Yeah, I'll say a little bit bigger.
Nice.
So, well done, Weller. How'd you have that? Pole?
On the feeder again.
Oh, you had it on the feeder this time?
Yeah. Yeah.
Might as well weigh it, might we?
Think?
I would. Might as well.
And it clears any doubts of it being your PB.
Yeah, exactly. What's your PB again, Weller?
It's 5.7.
5.7.
Can't remember.
Oh, we found out.
That's where this
What the hell are they? How ancient are they? Jesus.
Scales?
I think God himself used them as a little boy. Oh, it's a nice fish.
I'm saying 5.2.
Yeah, around the £5 mark at least.
£4 and a bit.
You reckon? Well, you're the matchman, so watch out, Keith, watch out. Yeah.
You want to tell me?
I can't see because it's too high up.
6.
6, around the 6, isn't it?
Take the net off. Yeah.
Well, you can do that after. So what you got 6 on there, yeah?
6. Yeah.
So we'll take that a little bit off. We can do a pit key. Pull it back. Pull it back.
Yeah. You've been out long enough.
Wicked. Yeah, it's quite hot in it.
Yeah.
Right.
Done?
Well done, Weller.
The net weighs.
Yeah, let's see what that goes. It's interesting to know because I was around the £5 mark, I thought. I mean, that's probably about 8 ounces, I'd say.
Yeah.
8 ounces. So £5.5.
About
5, 6, 5, 5, 8.
Yeah, about the same as my old.
So you just equalled your PB then, really?
Yeah, pretty much. I think I've got a picture of my old one that I had at L-Fix. It was
I've seen.
got a weight next to it. I can't remember what it was though.
Well, I've seen you change the angle with your feeder. So what? You fishing the same area?
Same area, same spot.
Oh, I thought you might have changed the spot, maybe to the other side of the bush. Got to be careful because of that line in the water. Oh, well done, Weller. Same method, same bait.
No, I changed bait this time.
What bait was it?
It was on a nice
Oh, right.
chocolate orange wafter.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Chocolate orange wafter. Okay. Not saying I would have picked, but it seemed to have worked.
Yeah.
Wicked. No, well done, mate.
Yeah, nice.
Right. Let's see if I can stay round here without you calling me over for 5 minutes for a new PB.
You have to catch one so I can come
Ah,
and see
you
you.
cheeky sod. Right, that's enough of you. Okay, vlog time again. So, it's a little bit later in the day. Let me just check. It's 10 past 4. So, Keith, I'm talking a little bit lower because I'm on a smaller pond. So I've actually opted for a change. Now, Keith's staying where he is. I don't know if he's going to come over to this pond. but I've opted to go on a smaller pond. There's a gentleman that was there when Keith caught the tench, as you probably saw. Had a little chat with him, and he's been catching steadily throughout the day on the pond. Now, I thought the pond just had smaller fish in now for beginners and pleasure anglers, and for doing their what's the word, learning facilities, as I probably spoke about earlier on. And what I didn't know is there's actually some really nice fish in here, so I'm just going to give you a little look of it. So like I said, I've moved swim. I've only moved 20 yards from behind me, so I haven't moved too far. That's the learning facilities and the toilets over there. So I can hear him at the moment shipping a pole out. He's been catching very steadily on the bottom using pellets. Very basic tactics, similar to what we was using on the lake behind us. Now Keith, like I say, had that tench. He's kind of in two minds whether he should move or not. He probably will, maybe later on if he gets bored on his own, he's not catching. But just wanted to sort of say that I've moved to this new little swim, and that it's quite comfortable. It's a lot comfortable than the last swim. Got my brolly up as normal, and I'm just about to start fishing. So if I do catch anything, then I'll probably get a picture of it, which if it's a decent size. But I'll probably end up just sort of showing you for the camera, really. So that's the little pond that I'm going to just about to fish. I've just plummeted up, just left my float in the water. There's no bait on it at the moment, so yeah, just plummeted up, put some feed in. So I'm just about to start fishing. So I may come back to you within the next couple of minutes. We'll see if I catch. Okay, so after my move, I've just had my first fish on a little cube of meat, a little tench. It's only tiny. It's like a slippery bar of soap. There we go. Tiny. Oh. Let me hold it up. Give you just a little quick look. It's only a little tiddler. There you go. Hey, little tench, baby. I can't remember the last time I actually caught a tench this big. So it's actually nice just to have another little fish. So yeah, you can tell by the size of my fingers just how small it is. Yeah, it's a little tiny fish. So yeah, it was nice to have it on the cube of meat. I can't even remember the last time I had a fish on the cube of meat. So let's get this back. So that was, yeah, it was nice to have a fish. If I get anything bigger or a different species or something, then I'll show you. But I'm not going to show you every single fish I catch. So, got another fish, another tench, a couple of pounds at least. Let me just show you him. If you'll play ball. There we go. As you can see, quite a lovely little one. Oh. Hold still. There we go. Probably about 2.5 pounds. On that light rod, trust me, I've got a light match rod, and on that light match rod I give a really, really good fight. I can't complain at all. I don't get to fish for these fish very often, so it's, you know, it's a real privilege to come and fish for them. We're always getting a little bit fruity now. So here he is, Mr. Friend, Mr. Tench. Hey, 2.5 pound. Oh, let's pop him back. Seems to be luncheon meat at the moment. I've used various different baits on this pond. I've used worm, I've used sweet corn, I've used, you name it, everything I brought me today. Hookable pellet. Some of the other guys have been catching some really nice tench around the lake, and they were using hookable pellets and things like that. And I'll just use the humble piece of roughed up tiny cube on a size 14 hook. Straight through to 6-pound line. I was using lighter line, but it was really giving me a lot of jip. Kept getting tangled around the top of the rod and that, 'cause it's quite a soft action rod. It's really, you know, if I catch another one, hopefully I might be able to catch me playing it on the rod if I get a fairly big one again. And I'll show you just how the rod bends over. Jack's seen a perch on this rod bend right over, so it's a really soft action match rod, 13 foot. I don't think they make them anymore. They do the Banshee, which is the total fishing, TFG gear stuff. they make the Banshee one still, but this is the next one up, which is the classic. The reason why I like it, because it looks so much like a classic rod. It's got the nice olive green, browns, golds, and I kind of like that traditional look on match gear, so to speak. But yeah, quite happy with that. 2.5 pounds so far, biggest fish so far. Be nice to get a nice slightly larger Crucian, but tench at the moment on meat, I'll take it any day of the week. So let's see if I can catch another one, and hopefully maybe even get it on film, me playing it, so you can see that rod hoop over. Let's get this, look at all that slime, let's get this untangled and get it back in the water. So just before I recast out, I just spoke to you that I just had a tench. I'll show you what I'm basically using. Simplicity in itself. What I try and do is keep things as simple as possible. As you guys know, I always keep saying keep it simple, keep it simple. I think when you overcomplicate things, things go wrong. So let's just talk about the rig. So I've got a size 14 hook, and if you look there, I've got a tiny little cube of luncheon meat. I've got a dropper shot just there, which is well, this is the 2BB float, and I think that's a number 6. Then I've got number 4, and then probably 2 foot up, and fishing probably 2 inches over depth. 2 foot up, 2 inches over depth. I've got a little 2BB waggler trapped in between 2 number 4s, or 2 number 1s. Sorry, 2 number 1s. So there we go. £6 line straight through, 14 hook. I think it's a Mustad carp hook, match power carp hook or something like that. It don't really matter. It's a really nice wide gape hook. Yeah. So I've hooked another tench. As you can see, rod's bent over. It's given up this one. It's got its head down again. And this one's given up a little bit. Slightly smaller than the last one, maybe about 25. Do me a favour, Keith. Is there any chance you could do me a quick photo of this one? Put on a... No, it's to put on the front of the video. So I'm just going to get it out. Sorry?
The big one of a real fish.
You didn't have it. You didn't want it.
Okay, do snapshots for video.
Yeah, but they don't come out as good quality.
Decent like that.
Yeah. Where's the oh. Cack-handed, Baz. Cack-handed. Cack-handed. Like I bought another t-shirt. Yes, I am poncing around with this. I do apologise. Oh, come here. Right in the corner. I can't get it. Oh, nearly. There we go. Yes, I ponced around with that one. So just going to hold it up for the camera. Keith's going to do me a quick snap. But there we go. That's the tench.
But I've got to turn it on.
Yeah, you turn it on. While you're doing that, I'll just show the camera. Another nice little tench, about £1, nothing big.
I think the one I caught might have spat that one out.
No, you fool. Coming on a close one. Keeps you seeing a few photos, so I can just put this as the header.
I don't know, that's a shit one.
So that'll just go on the front of the video, so you've got something to look at. But yeah, there we go. One last look. Woo! Let's pop it back. Covered in slime. I just want to get one of these bleeding Crucians. So that one's gone back about £1, just over £1 I'd say. Nothing big, but it's not about being big today, to be honest with you. I'm absolutely covered in slime, but yeah, you know, You saw the rod's bent over. The camera work's not been too good today. To be fair, I wasn't even planning. I did think about filming, but last night I was kind of thinking, no, should I even bother? Probably the wrong way to look at it, but I thought, oh, should I even bother sort of do a filming, or should I just come here, have a nice relaxing day? But, you know, it doesn't take much just to stick the camera on. This is probably not going to be the best quality video, but it just shows that I've had a nice day out, a bit of float fishing, so makes a change from pike fishing, lure fishing, predator fishing and all that. So me and Keith are definitely going to be back here at some point. Absolutely enjoy it. Keith's had a couple of fish, you know what I mean. He's just had a rudd a minute ago, a roach and that. So I've just had another little roach, a little rudd, about 8 ounces, nothing big. You know, if it was a little bit bigger, I probably would have put it in front of the camera for you. Good quality, good stamper fish. Love to catch a little Crucian now to sort of, I wouldn't say to end on, because we've still got another 2 or 3 hours fishing yet. So let's get the bait back in, and like I say, I'll flip it back on if I think it's worth showing. But you know, just to make up some of the time on the video. I'm trying to stitch things together. But that was on worm this time, it was on meat. Bites kind of dried up on meat. I will go back to that. I'm going to just alternate the bait. But putting the pellet and the hemp down is just keeping them now. What I did notice was a really big swell. I don't know if it was attacking my float or whatever. About 10 minutes ago. It's absolutely mad. I don't think it was a carp, because what they do is they take the carp out of the main lakes, the 2 other lakes that I was telling you about earlier, and they stick them in this pond. I don't think obviously they don't want them in the other lakes because they don't want them hybridising with the Crucians, but they put them in here. This is just like a little sort of pleasure angling lake sort of thing. So yeah, they put them in here, and then maybe they put them into a stock pond close by, I've been told as well. I don't know. Like I say, it's our first trip here. Bit of fun, nothing serious. Next time me and Keith will probably have some type of plan. You know, Keith's caught an equal PB tench, so you know, you can't sniff at that. I've had a nice couple of fish, you know what I mean. Again, you can't sniff at that. You could quite easily come here and blanked, or just had a couple of small tiddlers of nothing really, roach and rudd. So let's get the bait back in the water and see if we can win quite another fish. So I finally had it, my Crucian carp. I've wanted one of these at this lake for a little while now. It's only a small Crucian. It's probably roughly around the same as the one I had this morning. But there he is. Oh, got carefully, don't jump. But yeah, absolutely made over the moon with this one. So let's get this little one back. It's quite heavy, about 8 ounces. Be nice. They go to what, £3 in this lake plus. So I'm still on the small lake. Keith's joined me, but he's got a bit pissed off again and he's going to go on another lake. He can't seem to settle today, so let's just show you this Crucian up close. Little Crucian up close. Happy little chappy. You know, the sun's dying down now, so you know, it's absolutely lovely. The breeze is picked up. It's around 7 o'clock in the evening, so most people have gone home by now. I've got the fish fizzing in my swim now. I'm alternating between cubes of luncheon meat and worm, and I'm catching different fish after another. Well, I'm catching fish one after another. They seem to be more rudd and tench predominant. Tench seems to be self-hooking a lot of the time as well. But they're fizzing in my swim at the moment, and it's fantastic. So, but this is the first Crucian, so let's get this little one back. It's been out long enough, and hopefully maybe get something a little bit bigger. But one last look. Fish swimming. Here we go, little one. Off you go. Howdy, folks. So there's about 15 minutes left before we start packing up, roughly. That'll make it 8:30. Time we pack up and we leave the premises, it'll probably be about 9 o'clock. It's quite unusual to be leaving this late, actually. I've got to be up really early for work tomorrow. Keith's got 2 weeks off, so it's alright for him. But yeah, so I've got to be up early for work tomorrow. I'm going to be absolutely shattered. I haven't really caught the sun too much. A little bit on my legs, but my legs are blotchy anyway. I've had about 17, 18 tench and 2 Crucians and loads of other little bits and pieces. So in all, it's not been too bad. It's been a fun day's fishing for me anyway. Mr. Wels had quite a few tench. He's had equaled his PB. He's had other little bits and pieces as well. He's had a Crucian, but he's been very sort of unlike Keith today. Normally he's proper on the ball, but it's been quite a hard day really because of the sun and everything. But the fish are just switching on now. With obviously the sun going down, as you can see behind me, it looks beautiful, doesn't it? So yeah, love this place. It's nice. There was a match on that lake, hence the reason we didn't fish the match lake earlier. They literally finished about half an hour ago. I think the winning match weight today was something silly like 25, 27 pound, something really stupid. Apparently it's not been fishing too well, and you know, it's quite evident. It's actually quite evident today that it wasn't fishing too well. So yeah, can't complain. Had a few fish, like we say. Will I come back to Marsh Farm? Yeah, most definitely. I didn't have a chance to really, well, I did have a chance, but I ain't gonna lie to you, I couldn't be bothered. Maybe on the next one I might do it, which was to walk around the fishery, have a little look, maybe do a little bit of filming like I did at Hawkhurst. But today was just a case of just wanting to do a little bit of fishing and just chill out. I didn't even go back to the tackle shop. I was going to go back there and get a couple of drinks and that before they shut at 5 o'clock. Just do a little tour around the tackle shop, but maybe that's for next time. How would I fish it next time? I don't know. Would I fish it any differently? What I've done's worked. I don't know, like they say, it's fishing not very well at the moment. I'd like to have had a few more Crucians. Apparently the swim I was in earlier on one of the bigger lakes, that swim produced something like 20 odd Crucians, 20, 30 Crucians yesterday or something like that. But I don't know how it would fish yesterday, because yesterday was the hottest day of the year. Now they got like 20 to 30 Crucians. I don't know. Anyway, I'm babbling on a bit now again, as normal. I don't know how long this video is going to be. I'm going to try and sort of edit it as short as I can, because I don't want it to be a long video. You didn't see too much action, you just saw me put a couple of fish up in front of the camera. So yeah, bit of a lazy one today, I ain't gonna lie, but the whole point of it was just to relax and enjoy ourselves and just try this new venue that I was dying to try all this time. So no further ado, it's time to say goodbye and start packing up. See you on the next video. Oh, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, all those sort of things I normally get you to do at the end of videos. So please do it for me. And if you're watching Dom, this one's for you, mate. Don't poo in the bath or poo in the bed. I can't quite remember. It's one of those two. Poo in the bath, I think. But I'll have to think of my own catchphrase for the end of the video. So anyway, until the next vlog, take care, folks.